Hi, good day, crocheters. Okay, so I promised you a video or videos, and this is going to be the video for the medley of stitches. Okay, we have our single crochet stitch, we have our half double crochet stitch, we have our double crochet, and we have our treble or triple crochet stitch. So this is so you can practice all 4 stitches together to make something beautiful. Okay, you're going to need your crochet needle. I have a 5.5 because that's what my yarn requires. You're going to need your scissors, and you're going to need your yarn because we will also be changing color. And right now I have this color, I've got this color, and I've got me a third color, which is deeper. So shades of pink. All right, shades of pink, and then a little deeper into the reds. So yeah, we're gonna try that today. So I'm starting with this light pink, and we are going to make a slip knot. Alright, so I'm making my slip knot, and we said we would chain 13, and we're going to start first with our single crochets. So we're chaining 13. I don't think I need to go through this with you because you're pretty good at it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, so our 13 stitches. We're going to skip this first chain. We're going to go into the second chain, and we're going to do single crochets. So single crochets, there's no yarn over. You go into the stitch, yarn over here, pull through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through, all 2. That's your single crochet. And you're going to do that right down the row of chains and make 12 single crochets. Through the stitch, yarn over, pull through a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn through all 2. Okay, so through, pull up, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, into the stitch, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn through, and there you go. Right down. All right, so this, we have our single crochets, and we're going right down to the neck, to the edge. So we finished our first row of single crochets, yippee! And we should have 12, so let's count. What I would do is I would look at the top of the stitch, and count each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's our last one. We're going to chain 1, and we are going to turn our work. Now, under each stitch, and this is both, these are 2 loops, the front loop, what we call the front loop, and the back loop. So we're going to go through all 2 of these, and we're doing a half double crochet. So you yarn over first, go under the stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and that is your half double crochet. Yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. yarn over, into the stitch you go, you're pulling up a loop, and you have 3 loops on your hook now. Yarn over and pull through all 3. That's your half double crochet. So we're going to do these half double crochets right down to the end of the row. Now the last stitch here, if you turn, you see the top of the stitches. This is your last stitch. So if you want to, you can place a stitch marker there just to remind you that this is the last one, so you don't miss out, and you keep counting. Make sure that you have 12 stitches on each row. Okay, so we finished our half double crochet row. All right, and you can see the difference. Let's look at the stitches. This is your single crochet row. This is your half double. It's a little more full, fills up the space a bit more than your single crochets, and it's just a little bit taller. So the next row is our double crochet row. So we're going to chain 1, and we are turning. Again, we're going to look for the top of the stitches, and into each we are going to do a double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, you go into the first stitch, which is right here, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, just like the half double crochet. You're yarning over, but this time you're not going through all 3, you're going to just go through 2, leaving 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, go through all 2, making your double crochet. Now when you chain 1 here, it kind of pulls this double crochet down a bit, right? But what you can do is when you make the stitch, this is the top of the stitch. Don't, you know, it's a bit elongated because of the chain, and you had to stretch that part up to create your double crochet. So what you will do is you will take your stitch marker and you will put it underneath this stitch, so that you know this is the stitch. When you come back around, you have to go up under here, okay, to put your stitch, make your other stitch. All right, so this is your row of double crochets. Yarn over, put it in the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the other 2. Again, yarn over, into the stitch you go, pull up a loop, making 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this is what you're going to do right down to the end of the row. So yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so you're going to do that right down to the end. Okay, so we have reached the end of this 3rd row, and we have now our single crochets, our half double crochets, and our double crochets. And you can tell the difference as you're going up, that the stitches get longer, they get taller, right? So you can see your differences. You got really short, got a little longer, then you have a little longer here, about twice the size now. All right. Okay, so the next row is our treble or triple crochet. So what we're going to do, we're going to chain 2, and this is just to give us a little bit more height, right, to make our treble crochet or our triple crochet. If you want to, this is one choice. The other choice is to chain 4, which will stand as a treble crochet or a triple crochet, and then it will stand here in this stitch as the very first triple crochet. So we're going to go into the next stitch with a triple crochet, and triple crochets you yarn over twice, don't forget that. Go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 loops. So that makes your triple crochet. All right, now that's it with the 4 chains as your first triple crochet. I'm going to show you the other one, which is to make 2 chains, turn your work, yarn over twice, 1, 2, go into the very first stitch this time, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over again and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again, pull through the second 2. Yarn over again and pull through the third and last 2 loops. And that would be your first treble or triple crochet. So you can see the difference. With this stitch, it's a little thicker because you've had to add those 2 chains here at the beginning. But that's not an issue. So let's go on to the next stitch and make another triple crochet. First 2 loops, second 2 loops, third 2 loops. Again, yarn over twice, go into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, making 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that makes your triple or treble crochet. All right, so we're going to do that right down to the end. And bear in mind, you should have 12 stitches on each row. 12, only 12. No more, no less. Okay, and you're going into the stitches, into the top of the stitches like this, right? And not in between the stitches. Okay, we don't want to go in between the stitches. We don't want to go in between here. We want to go into the top of the stitch every time. Into the top of the stitch every time. All right, so I'll meet you at the end. All right, so when you get here to your last stitch, remember when you first started with this double crochet here, it was a little shorter. You put your stitch marker in to make sure you get up underneath the actual stitch. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to turn it. You can always see those 2 loops. And you turn it and you go up under there, pull up your loop and make your triple crochet or your treble crochet. Just like that. So now we have all 4 of our stitches. We have our single crochet, we have our half double, we have our double, and we have our triple or our treble crochet. Sweet. Yeah, so we finished, but we're going to change color now. So but we're not going to cut the yarn and tie the yarn and and go on and make a color, because then we won't have a complete stitch here of that color that we're changing into. So we're going to go into these 2 last stitches before we make the last yarn over and pulling through the last 2 loops. We will leave it right there, and we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut it. Okay, and we are going to take our next yarn and we're going to add it on at this point. So what we're going to do is create a slip knot. And we do this for a little security. We make sure nothing gets undone, nothing comes off. We're going to push this hook back through our 2 loops. All right, tighten that up. And we are going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through all of those loops to finish that stitch. That way we start at the top of the stitch with our new color. Chain 1, and then we are going to turn. All right, we turn and we start our stitch in our very first triple crochet, which is right here. All right, that's our very first stitch right there. But before we do, oops, I've got the wrong end, y'all. Okay, so all the better. Let me go over again, because that can happen to you. Make sure you got your active yarn. Alrighty, so here we go again. We pull it through, chain 1, secure it. Now we're going to take these 2 ends and we are going to tie a knot here, just so they don't come undone, they don't loosen up, and you know, you forget all about them, and then you put on your border and forget that these are not done. People don't like to weave in ends, but you have to, right? So we're gonna just create a knot right here. Okay, make sure that it's nice. And we're gonna turn our work, and we're gonna take these ends that we have right here, and we're gonna weave them in at the same time that we make the stitch. All right. So we start here with our single crochet. Single crochet is our very first row, don't forget that. So we make our first single crochet, and we keep these along the top there. Just go into our stitches as normal and make our stitch over those ends. Single crochets, single crochets, single crochet, single crochet, now we don't necessarily have to weave in right through. When you get to a certain point, you know you've got quite a bit of it in there, you can just cut the edges, get the rest off. All right, so what I'm going to do here now is just cut this part. Just going to pull it so that it's a little more in, and then I'm just going to cut these off so they're out of my way. All right, and then I'm going to continue down the row with my single crochets. Right, this is the end of our row and our last treble or triple crochet. So we turn, we look to see our loops, the front and the back loop, right there. So we're going to go through those 2, up underneath them, pull up our loop, make our last single crochet, and that would be our last single crochet of that row and the start of our new color. So we turn, chain 1, turn, and we start our half double crochets. So we yarn over first, we go through, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, go through all 3, right down the line. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we have finished our second row of our second color, our half double crochets. Now it kind of looks kind of wonky right there, but it's not really. It's just that build up of that end that you weaved in, right? But that is your last one. And if you're not sure, because it looks a little wonky, you say, okay, it's not really straight, it's just the bulge of the extra yarn there. But when you put the border on, you won't be seeing that, so don't worry about it, right? But you're at the end here. If you're not sure that you're at the end, what are you going to do? You are going to count your stitches. So let's count them. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So I have 12 stitches. That's the end of my row. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to start my double crochets. Yarn over, go through the very first stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'm going to do that right down to the end of the row. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we've reached the end of our double crochet row. All right, so you started here with your single crochets, you went up to your half double, you're up to your double. Now you're going to do your triple or treble crochet. So we're chaining 1 2, or we're doing 1 2 3 4. It all depends on your choice. All right, I'm going to chain 2 and then I'm going to do my treble. Yarn over twice, don't forget, yarn over twice. All right, 4 loops on your hook, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your first treble crochet. Yarn over 2, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to go that way right down to the end, making 12 triple or treble crochets. All right, let's go. All right, so we're at the end and we are going to change color again. All right, so you can either revert back to this color or you can add another color. Once you have that joining technique, you can join another color if you wish, or you can go back to your other color if you don't have another color of yarn, but 2 colors is quite enough. All right, I'm just adding a little extra. Okay, so what we're going to do here again is we're going to cut this yarn because we're finished with this one for now, and we're going to get this one. I'm going to make a slip knot. Come out of there, make our slip knot. Oops. Go back through. All right. Everything goes to this side. Make sure you've got your active yarn to pull through, not like me before at the end. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Nice. Chain 1. Just lay your work flat if you need to. Take your ends and tie them. This time I'm going to leave them out because sometimes people don't want to weave them in right away. They prefer to leave them out and then weave them in after. So we're going to leave them out for now because then you won't see that bulk. I don't know, sometimes it drives people crazy, but yeah. So this is our chain. So we're just going to go into the first stitch and make our single crochet. Into the next stitch, make our single crochet. Into the next, make our single crochet, right down to the end. All right. All right, so we've got our single crochets. We're going to chain one, turn, and now we're off to our half double crochets. Okay, so we're yarning over first, remember that. Going into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And we do that straight down the line. Okay, so we're going to do that right down to the end. Okay, so we are back and we have finished our half double crochets, and now we're going to do our double crochets. So we chain one again. Okay, now still looks a little wonky, doesn't it? Maybe we didn't take it all the way down, did we? Well, let's see if we did. How do we know? We gotta count. So let's go back and let's count. This is our first one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're here. Yeah? We did make 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right? So we're going now, and we're going to do our, I'm just trying to straighten that up, okay. We're doing our treble crochets, our double crochets. So we chain one and return, and we're doing double crochets in each one going down. All right, so we're chaining one, and we are turning, and we're going to do our double crochets into the first stitch, 3 loops on the hook, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Into the next stitch, 3 loops on the hook, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we're going to go down the line with our double crochets. All right, so we're going to do double crochets until we get to the end. So here we are. We have our single crochet, our half double crochet, and our double crochet. So what's next? Yes, our triple or treble crochet. So we are going to chain 2 or chain 4, call that our treble, or chain 2, turn our work, yarn over 2, go into that very first stitch, pull up a loop, 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And that creates our treble or our triple crochet. And we're going to go right down to the end. Okay, so now we have all 3 colors, or 2, alternating. And we have our medley, our 4 types of stitches. We've got a single crochet, our half double crochet, our double crochet, and our treble or triple crochet. All right, and we're changing colors, y'all. Ain't that cute? So we're going to continue on until we have 44 inches long. Okay, now if you get to 44 inches long and you don't have all four, you like, if you get to your last block and it's 44 inches and you're missing a stitch, you're missing the treble row or you're missing the double row or whatever, I want you to continue on. If you get to 44 and you have your single crochets, I want you to continue on and finish the medley. Okay, and then when you get to the end of the medley, I want you to then do a row of single crochets. All right, so let's get started. Got a long way to go. If I take my my tape and I measure, let me see how much this is going to be. This is going to be go from the end. Yeah, this is about almost 7 inches, y'all. This is about 6 3/4. So, hey, I don't have too much more to go. Well, yeah, I've got a lot more to go, but 3 rows, yeah, it's long. It's going to be probably about, if that takes up 6 3/4, and you got 44, you know, every 6 inches you're going to change, or if you've got 2 colors. You see how long that is going to be. 2 colors is about 4 3/4. Well, mine is, or about 4 1/2. And so maybe I have to do about 10 of those. And then if you go by block, you've got a block is going to be about 2 1/4. So yeah, you got about 20 of those blocks to go, or 22 of those blocks to go. Each medley block. Yeah. So crochet away, guys. Happy Saturday.